3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Yay! Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing okay. Had a great weekend. Both my football teams lost, so it sucked. Anyway, good morning. 6:50. A little early today because I have to get out of here by at least 7:30. I gotta head to Jensen Beach, which is a little over an hour away. See my mommy. She's leaving to North or South Carolina Wednesday, and I work all day tomorrow. So I gotta take advantage of my little time off and visit my mom. She'll be off for a couple of weeks. And welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit. Because it is what it is. Fernando Rivera Jr. here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-convict. Yes, this guy right here, this pretty face. I'm just saying. It is what it is. Accountability. Who's waiting for it? Raise your hand. I sure am. I'm sure many Americans are feeling the same way. Watch out. That's all I'm saying. Watch out, because a lot of conservatives are pissed the fuck off. Something needs to happen. Pam Bondi, get to work. Ash Patel, Dan Bongino, which I respect totally. We are waiting for arrests. We got a midterm coming. A lot of people will be pissed off. Who cares what the other side? They're wrong, because I don't call them the left. Because you already know if they're not right, they're wrong. Not left, they're just wrong. Left is too polite. Fuck them. I'm just saying. Who cares what they say? They're going to say whatever. I mean, come on, they already call our president Hitler and freaking Ice Gestapo and shit. I mean, seriously? It's ridiculous. Anyway, Carl Higbee. I can almost just go out with this. Check it out.
Everyone's, oh, this is the most important election. No, the most important election of our lifetimes from here on out is the next one. Okay? And then the one after that. And then the one after that. And if Republicans don't make these things into law and get this through their head, they're going to lose. And Republicans are going to sit there in the minority scratching their head. I don't understand why we didn't have turnout. The better question is, Mike Johnson, why would we show up to vote? You haven't thrown a single person in jail. There's no accountability for COVID, and New York Dems ran the guy who literally stuffed elderly patients into retirement homes with COVID and killed people. They blocked meds that would have saved lives. They shut down schools. They forced people to get a vaccine against their will, who then got heart conditions and nothing happened. And they lied about it, coming from some dude that it was in he ate a bat in a wet market while Fauci and his cabal were killing beagles and funding the Wuhan coronavirus lab and expected us to believe that it didn't come from a lab in Wuhan named coronavirus. No one in jail for Russiagate, for censorship. Not one of the 51 former Intel officials who told us that Hunter Biden's laptop was a Russian plant. It actually does turn out that Hunter Biden was, in fact, smoking crack in bathtubs with hookers. You failed to indict Letitia James for like the third time today because you did it wrong the first time. Still haven't charged Adam Schiff for the same mortgage fraud. Looks like James Comey is probably going to get off scot-free. And the best the Republicans can do is, here's $800 million more for Ukraine. Why the hell would Republicans be excited to vote if Trump's not on the ballot? You want to keep your majority? Throw 100 people in jail for political corruption and all the corruption that Doge uncovered. None of those people are in jail. That's like low-hanging fruit, including everybody involved with the auto pen primary, all the 21 state senators in Indiana who just voted with Democrats to oppose congressional redistricting for their own party. They essentially just gave up 2 seats. Abolish the filibuster and just start getting stuff done. Give us nationwide reciprocity. Abolish the income tax. But while you're at it, let's deep six the IRS, and then you can sell the building or drone strike it or do whatever you want so nobody can come back to it. And then you can tell the Muslims seeking refugee status to do it in the 56 surrounding Muslim countries that they have rather than here so we don't have to pay their benefits. You do that, you'll gain seats in the House. We'll have 300-seat majority. people like me will be excited to go out and vote, because we're not right now. Because if you do that stuff, man, Mike, I'm telling you, I will legit run through a wall like the Kool-Aid dude to get to the polls. But if you don't, you'll lose.
Carl Higby. That's it. That's it for the show. Accountability. I'm done. Goodbye. I'll see you later. That was the shit. He said it all. I'm just saying. I remember this. Just saying.
In light of the release, the declassification of the annex to the Durham report today, beyond any potential prosecutions, the outcomes of which will likely be uncertain, what does the president believe justice for Russiagate ought to entail? Might it include restitution for those whose lives were upended as a consequence of Russiagate, and perhaps a major reorganization of the national security apparatus?
Well, I think a major organization of the national security apparatus, at least here at the White House within the National Security Council, has indeed taken place, and the president entrusts his current CIA director, John Ratcliffe, and our ODNI director, Tulsi Gabbard, to make the necessary changes to ensure classified intelligence, especially that could implement or hurt the national security of our country, does not make its way into the hands of irresponsible actors who want to politicize that intelligence for their own end. Since you brought up the declassification report that was put out by Senator Grassley today, I'm glad you brought it up, because this should be a story every outlet in this room should be covering. This is further evidence that Hillary Clinton approved the Russia hoax against President Trump. Her campaign financed it. Again, she approved it. And the FBI and the CIA were both weaponized to, as our director of CIA has said, accelerate this hoax against then candidate and former President Trump. To answer the heart of your question, the president wants to see justice served, and he trusts the Attorney General and the Department of Justice to implement that justice and hold these people accountable.
Accountability! I'm just saying. Raise your hand. We're waiting. America's waiting. We don't give a shit what the other side has to say. We don't care what the wrong is going to say. They're already saying it. They're doing everything in their power. That is the one advantage the left, or the wrong, I don't know why I said left, has, is they stick together at trying to fuck us. Fuck our president. Fuck his cabinet. They stick together. We need to do the same. We need to learn from these bastards. That's all I'm saying. Dave Rubin, check this video out.
When you see this video on social media, I think a lot of people scratch their heads and they say, what exactly are they talking about? Are they talking about
Martha,
not allowing gunboats to make it to the United States carrying drugs?
No. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
Is that
Martha,
what you're talking about?
Martha, here's a novel idea. How about we actually prevent things from happening before they become a problem?
I think that's what they're trying to do.
What you're saying is we have to wait until there's a problem to respond to that problem.
No, I'm not.
Right? As a military officer, what I think is important is we train people, we give them information, we prepare people for challenges coming down the pike. That is what I did as a commander in the military. That's what I'm doing now. As we are standing by our troops, we are reminding them of their obligation.
Order from the commander-in-chief that we are asking our military to carry out, are you objecting to? This is very, very vague. And it was so vague in this video. I don't think people could figure out what you guys were all talking about, honestly.
Martha, Donald Trump has made a series of very disturbing comments and suggestions that would violate U.S. law and put our military in terrible positions.
Again, we're getting nowhere because you're not talking about an order.
I don't want to wait until that happens to remind our troops of their obligation, because then it'll be too late.
Allow me to give a little golf clap to Martha McCallum right there, because CJ, you could see the little trick that he was doing. In the video, they make it very clear Donald Trump and by extension Pete Hegseth have required you guys to do something illegal. And then when asked what those illegal things are, He's got nothing. Great job, Martha.
Yeah, no, Martha absolutely did incredible in that segment. And I'll say too, it's like, again, you can't get anywhere with these people. They accuse President Trump of being a racist. You ask them how he's a racist, they can't tell you. They say that he's a king. You ask how he's a king, even though he was democratically elected, they can't tell you. And you ask them, how is he illegally performing his duties and obligations as commander-in-chief, and they cannot tell you because there is no answer to be had. And so, I commend the president for doing all that he can to stop the flow of fentanyl into this country and ending these narco-terrorists' ambitions before they even can realize them.
It is what it is. What the fuck? I say it again. I'm sorry for swearing. I am streaming on 5 today. I'm starting to like this Rumble Studio. I've been with Rumble for a while. Then they blew up. I was streaming from another app, but it cost me money. The only difference with here is I can stream to more or nothing. I mean, if I pay, the little logo at the end would go away, but that's it. I don't care. I'd rather do this. I like Rumble. There's a bunch of stuff I could do. The editing thing, I'll get to it. But I'm streaming on 5, as I said. PC book. Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, download it. Great app to have. Owned and run by conservatives. No bullshit. I'm just saying. No bullshit. That's a PC book. Yeah. YouTube, ScrewTube. Yeah, that was the bullshit. But whatever. Locals. My 3rd time doing locals. And X5. I'm streaming on 5. So if 5 people watch me, 1 for that's awesome. They watch me later. Whatever. Anyway, next video. That's it. Let me see which one it was. I want to make sure I get the right videos. Oh yeah. Remember this spoof spy movie? Bad Guy? John talks to. I like this. I like the way he put this. It's pretty funny.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
loser. Fucking loser. He's not the only one. Remember, whatever that Shirley Shalanka with the wig who wants to impeach headsets and told Chrissy Noem that she should quit. What a piece of shit. They're all pieces of shit. That's all I'm saying. It is what it is. Accountability. Is it coming? It better. Before the midseason? Midterm? Sorry, midseason. It better come. We're waiting. I'm just saying. United Spot. Check this out. Very interesting. Democracy, huh? Okay.
Ho, 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 ho. Listen up, America. I hate to break it to you, but you're all trapped in a matrix of lies. A digital cage built by the elite, the media, and the system itself. You think you know the truth about this country? Think again. The red pill is here, and it's about to blow your mind wide open. Let me hit you with a real-world wake-up call. Walk down any street and ask 100 random people, what kind of government is America supposed to be? Boom! 99 of them will spit back a democracy. We're the land of the free because of democracy. Wrong! That's the illusion they've sold you. That's the blue pill keeping you asleep. Flip open the Constitution and search for democracy, and you'll find nada, zip, zero. It's not in the Bill of Rights. It's not in the Declaration of Independence, because our founding fathers, well, they despised democracy. They called it mob rule. Fast track to tyranny. Damn right, I agree. Because in a pure democracy, 51% bullies the 49%. If you're in that 49%, well, you're not free. You're just a slave to the crowd. No warriors of liberty. America was forged as a constitutional republic, a fortress where your rights aren't up for a vote. In this republic, 99% can strip the freedoms of even 1%. Your rights, oh, they're etched in your soul. God-given, unalienable, bulletproof. No government, no majority mob, no power-hungry politician can snatch them away. Not me, not your neighbor, not the deep state. You were born free, and that's non-negotiable. Democracy, oh, it's the worst form of government on the planet. And majority rule turns into majority oppression. The government dictates your every move because the people, or whoever controls the narrative, say so. Screw that! I don't bow to the mob. I live my life on my terms. As long as I don't hurt, steal from, or scam another soul, I'm golden. That's true freedom, and here's the kicker. Freedom means messing up. Yeah, you heard me. Make mistakes, crash and burn, rise like a phoenix. That's how we evolve. How we crush our limits and unlock the God-given potential burning inside. We're not here to be herded like sheep by Big Brother. Force-fed rules on how to think, eat, speak, or dream. No! We're here to conquer, to innovate, to be legends in our own stories. Wake up from the Matrix, patriots. Share this truth and question the system. Defend the Republic. Because if we let the illusion win, well, freedom dies. But if we rise, oh, we reclaim what's ours. So, are you in?
Just saying, I had a video. Let me fix this. Sorry, because I think we may have be getting a delivery here at one of my jobs, so I want to make sure I hear the guy coming. I want to get scared. Anyway, it is what it is. Democracy. I had a video a couple months ago that actually These people keep saying a threat to our democracy, a threat to our democracy. It is not democracy. Stop with the bullshit. It's a constitutional republic. If you don't know the difference, you're a jackass. And you're on their side. They're wrong with a mask, wearing a BLM shirt still, because you're a fucking idiot. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah. Random shit. Yeah, because this is the Common Sense and Random Shit Show. I have a couple bookmarks that I saved that I thought were the shit. Check this out. I gotta rewind this.
You know, white supremacy is finally getting out of hand whenever black kids can't go in somebody's house and rob them without getting killed.
You have to understand, you have to look at it from every child's point of view that was raised in the hood. How he gonna get his money to have clothes to go to school?
Yeah, how else is he supposed to get clothes and shoes without robbing people? And you wonder why they fucking profile us. Stupid bitch. I'm gonna call you stupid motherfuckers monkeys too from now on. Maybe you motherfuckers will take it from me because the monkey shit don't set in for them. You taking up for your brother who literally talk about he wanted to go to school so he had to rob a nigga? Nigga, what? All right, let me calm down. So your brother didn't have clothes or shoes to go to school? You don't need that to go to school. Stupid motherfucker. You don't need nothing new to go to school.
Sorry. I have to say that shit. Because this is the Common Sense and Random Shit. Common Sense.
Supremacy.
All right, stop it. Okay, anyway.
Innocent men and women ages 10 to 87 years old with 42 hospitalized, while a man named Ahmed Al-Ahmed, who happens to be Muslim at 43 years old, steps in, we've all seen the video, takes away the weapon, gets shot twice, is celebrated as a hero, which he ought to be. But you know what the irony is? The irony is even one good, peaceful Muslim man couldn't save the life of 15 innocent human beings celebrating Hanukkah, which is what their religion is about, from two Muslim jihadist extremists from killing them. So I don't care if 90% is peaceful. The 10% true believers, jihadists, that hate what America stands for, that hate the Western ideology, that hate us protecting women, us allowing women to vote, that hate the freedom of speech model that we have, that hate the Second Amendment model that we have, that hate the capitalistic society that we have. And we have to sit on the sidelines and be worried about being called Islamophobic. Really? I lived in Iran for 11 years and I saw what this was all about. If Americans cannot see what's going on in Australia, tragic event, breaks my heart. There's a lot of Assyrians and Armenians who live in Australia, and I'm Assyrian and Armenian. There's a lot of people. A pastor, Bishop Marmari, got stabbed in the eye. A Syrian bishop who was very much needed, his voice during COVID, got stabbed in the eye by a Muslim boy at 19 years old. Here's a bishop that went to Gaza to pray for Gazan families. He went there with his church. A 19-year-old comes and stabs him in the eye. And he still forgave him because our religion of Christianity believes in that. We're supposed to sit in America, think it's okay with what's going on in Dearborn and Somalia. And Governor Tim Walz has the audacity to get up and say, we're going to let even more Somalians in after $1.5 billion was stolen from taxpayers over there. Really? We're supposed to sit on the sidelines and be vocal about this and not think it's a big deal? We're supposed to do that? I don't know about that. Listen, this is what matters to me. I love this country. I love America, and I fear the man upstairs more than anything else I fear in my life. More than anything else I fear in my life. The grace and the life he's blessed me with makes no sense. Every day I'm grateful for what happened. And I feel bad because those 15 who are no longer here with us, their kids will never hug them again. There are no more dinners. The family, the mom, dad, there are no more, hey, honey, no, gone. Gone. Why? Islamophobia. Don't criticize them. They're peaceful. Why don't we pull up some data? Do we not see on Snap, when all the Snap government shutdown was taking place, Who took advantage of most of our SNAP programs? Who was it? Which immigrants took advantage of what SNAP programs? What did we learn during this season? What are we funding? What are we supporting? Who are we recognizing? Who are we protecting? We got veterans who fought for this country. Are we more worried about our veterans or illegal immigrants that come in here? Who's a priority? Americans? I don't know. But there are certain things that we shouldn't be afraid of being vocal about. This is one of them. By the way, I don't care if you're Muslim, Sunni, Shia, Jew, 7-day, Jehovah, 7-day, LDS, Scientology. I don't care what you are. If you come into a community, you assimilate, you love America, you make it safer, you create jobs, you adjust to what the country standards are, you bring crime down, you bring all of that stuff down, good for you. And if you do that, I don't care where you come from. But also, if you pay attention to that data, and we see when they come in, what they do to Dearborn, what they do to Somalia, what they do to different communities, and you still sit there and you're like, nah, it's just not a big deal, then you deserve everything you get. Because we learned what happened to Australia, because the prime minister 90 days ago, stop being Islamophobic. You know, he's Novak phobic. He's more afraid of Novak not taking a vaccine than these guys that are coming in right now. Look what they're doing to their beautiful country. And a lot of Australians and Armenians, like I said, that live in Australia. And you see what's going on to UK. And now look what's going on in Poland. They take nobody. Dominic Tarczynski, he said it to Parliament. He said it, 0. Lowest unemployment, lowest crime, lowest stabbing, lowest any of that. And they have the lowest population of taking refugees from Muslim countries out of any country in Europe. And they're crushing it. Maybe what we need to lean on is God and data. God and data. Maybe we need to look at God and data and make decisions based on that. Anyways, God bless everybody.
Damn! Facts! Don't have opinions. PBD, thank you very much. I know it played on a little bit, but I had to. I didn't want to cut that because it needed to be heard. That's all I'm saying.
Shifted the Overton window of American culture when he tweeted out that slavery was standard practice throughout all of human history, and it was ended by white people. He had left the comment underneath the video I made on slavery, and this resulted in a lot of pushback because slavery is one of the 3 historical pillars that modern political power is built on. The others being the Civil War and World War II. And they don't like when you question the source of their power. So they don't want you to realize that 5 to 10 million people were enslaved by the Ottoman Empire. 4 to 10 million people were enslaved in the trans-Saharan slave trade. 9 to 17 million people were enslaved in the trans-Indian slave trade. 10 million people were enslaved in South America. That slavery as an institution had been around for all of human history, for thousands of years, and practiced by all people. But around 1776, the idea of individual liberty started to spread through the Western world like wildfire. And all of a sudden you had the US Constitution, the Bill of Rights. And people just take this stuff for granted these days. They think that it's always been like this. But in 1776, only one country in the world had a constitution. And only one country in the world had a Bill of Rights. And today, almost every country has one. And this is what makes America so exceptional. This is why America is a shining city on a hill, because the world followed America. And it wasn't long until people started pointing out the contradiction of slavery. And the United States of America would ban slavery in 7 states when the rest of the world had only banned it in 7 countries. In fact, in the original draft of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson tried to get rid of slavery. He called it a cruel war against human nature itself. And as president in 1807, Thomas Jefferson ended the transatlantic slave trade. And Britain did the same thing that year. And in 1833, Britain abolished slavery. And Britain would spend the next 100 years pretty much demanding that all other countries abolish slavery.
I apologize. This is pretty long. Look it up. Elon Musk posted this the other day, or he posted it. Very interesting. I have to leave in a little while. But very interesting. Facts even I didn't know about.
1, I get called the N-word on a daily basis. Fact number 2, it always comes from Democrats. And fact number 3 is I actually enjoy it because it proves to me exactly who they are and proves to me I made the right decision by choosing to walk away from the left a long time ago. See, whenever they use the N-word, what they are essentially saying is, I cannot control you anymore, therefore you are a threat. And I cannot tolerate that, so I have to cut you down by any means necessary, even though I am usually the first one who tries to go out of my way to tell you just how loving and tolerant and liberal I am and how much I care about Black people. These are just the uncomfortable facts. They want you to react emotionally, and the fact of the matter is, because I do not allow someone else's words they use against me to determine how I view myself, it honestly proves to me that I'm winning and they're losing, because only a panicked, desperate person would use an epithet such as that and hurl it towards someone like myself just because I have a different point of view. They would only do that if they feel comfortable enough to feel like they have the right to control me in the first place. So those are the facts. Hopefully you agree. And if you do, let me know in the comment section down below.
Bam! I'm just saying. It's all about hate. You don't agree? Nazi! You don't agree? Racist! It's like racist, racist, racist. Perp walks! Perp walks! We want to see perp walks. Accountability. Don't call it what you want. If you're on the wrong, remember, if you're not right, you're wrong. And breaking news? No. But if you haven't seen it, it's breaking to you. But, you know, that's why I'm here at 6:30 in the morning. Once in a while, I'll get to something a little earlier because it's early. You know, I got a few people watching me. What is it, 5? Is that 4? Holy shit, 4 people. Oh, I'm excited. Perp walks! That's all I'm saying. Perp walks. We're all waiting for that shit. Accountability. Fuck what they call it. Revenge. Using the Department of Justice. Really? It's not the popcorn and kettle black. I mean, really? At least we actually are doing it for real crimes. Real crimes. Say it again. Real crimes. I'm just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. You know, is this new way of me doing it? I kind of like it. I'm playing with it. You know what I'm saying? I support ICE. Oh, wrong side. Silent treatment. I'm just saying. Conservative ex-con. Again, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Do what you got to do. Comment. You already know. And I'm going to go out with a song. As I usually do. Because I love music. And this song is by Coriation. I forgot. I'm sorry. I can't read it because it's like real small. And I did this all this morning. Put it together. Hope you enjoy. It's called Democrat Lies or Lie. One of the other. Anyway, enjoy it. Have a great day. Not sure if I'll be on tomorrow. You'll know tonight if you're on Rumble. The only thing about this app or site is I can't pre-plan a YouTube like I did with the other. But still, if you're on here, you'll see me. Love you guys. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. You already know it is what it is. Accountability! God damn it! I'm just saying. Accountability. How many times do I gotta say it? I'll see you guys later. I hope I put the right song on. Yeah. Ladies!
Long time back, I bought the line. Said we'd save the world with a hashtag sign. They promised hope, they promised care, while counting votes from a leather chair. They spoke of love on the evening news, while writing checks we'd never use. Smiled wide for the camera light, then lost the money overnight. I watch the numbers blur and bend. Budgets rise, but roads don't mend. Every audit swept aside. Just trust us, kid, don't ask why. They said it's mercy, said it's aid, but somehow billions just evaporate. If you question where it all resides, you're the problem, fall in line. So bye-bye, Democrat lies. Tax my work, fund the grift, then apologize. Say it's racist if I analyze where the money goes and who got rich inside. Singing trust us more, don't verify. Yeah, bye-bye, Democrat lies. They preach compassion from gated lawns, while flying private to donut cons. Open borders, heart so wide, till the bus pulls up outside. Said no wall, said no fear, till the crowd got a little too near. Then fences rise and cameras roll. Funny how fast beliefs can fold. They said the system's built to fail, but somehow friends don't ever bail. Non-profits bloom like cash-fed vines. Same last names, new headlines. They call it justice, call it reform, but the fraud survives every storm. And if you dare connect the signs, they label you to shut your mind. So bye-bye Democrat lies. Billions vanish under watchful eyes. Say it's aid, but never itemize. Just guilt you till the questions die. Singing, how dare you criticize. Yeah, bye-bye Democrat lies. They said follow science, no debate. While breaking rules they legislate. Lock your shop, close your church, but toast champagne and private perks. They said riots were a cry for pain, but protests crossed a certain lane. One got praised, one got caged. Same chaos, different page. They said they'd fight for working men, while trading stocks at 10 past 10. Every crisis somehow grows the size of checks their donors wrote. I went downtown, asked where it went. They said the fire was accidentally sent. Asked for names, they changed the frame. Said truth itself was hate again. Children fall, classrooms decay, but equity posters still get paid. Mad disappears, budgets too, but no one's fired except for you. They hate the rich unless they're friends. They hate the rules unless they bend. They hate the past, rewrite the page, then censor speech they can't persuade. They hate the bill, love the spend. Hate the wall till buses send. Hate the cops till sirens play. Hate the truth till audit day. They cry for justice, cry for rights, while silencing dissent at night. Every lie dressed up as wise. Every failure rebranded progress twice. So bye-bye Democrat lies. I learned the game by watching time. Same excuses, bigger pride. Same tears, same alibi. Singing vote us in, or else democracy dies. Yeah, bye-bye Democrat lies. No more slogans, no more spin, no more blank checks dressed as sin. Just shine the light, let truth arise, and wave goodbye to Democrat lies.